This is 5 on your side at 6. Focused on you.
Tonight, more teenagers may be charged in connection with a fight near Hazelwood East High School that critically injured a student. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bush.
And I'm Ann Allred. A 15-year-old girl has already been arrested on assault charges. Now police say 8 others may be charged for the after-school fight. Our Justina Cornell joins us live from the newsroom. Justina?
Mike and Ann, the ages of those teens range from 14 to 17 years old. Police say all of them were there when a 15-year-old girl repeatedly slammed Kaylee Gaines' head to the ground. Now, this all comes on the heels of the Missouri Attorney General criticizing the Hazelwood School District for its response to that fight. Tonight, the NAACP is calling out his motives.
I have never seen it this bad.
One of the oldest civil rights organizations is seeing something new.
There has been a quadruple amount of complaints and calls regarding bullying.
St. Louis County NAACP chapter president John Bowman wants to fix the flaws. A March 8th fight near Hazelwood East High School led to 16-year-old Kylie Gaines being hospitalized and another teen facing assault charges. And now the organization has new concerns following a recent investigation by Missouri Attorney General looking into Hazelwood School District.
I would like for him to tone down the political rhetoric.
Attorney General Andrew Bailey is claiming diversity, equity, and inclusion programs led to the teen beating. Bowman thinks otherwise, saying DEI is a strength.
There is absolutely nothing that ties DEI to a fight. It's just the worst segue into political nonsense that he could have come up with. In his case, he thinks he's talking to an extremist group of people who accept that type of division.
He believes the AG's rhetoric can be harmful rather than helpful.
We have some cases of discrimination where African Americans have been treated unfairly. I would like for the AG to put as much urgency and as much attention to those as he has done with certain cases.
Bowman points to this year's upcoming election for possible motives. Despite the differences, Bowman said their door is open, ready to start something new.
We are here to help give him some advice on how our community should be and demands to be treated.
In response to this, the Attorney General sent a statement in part saying DEI programs that advance certain races over others are illegal and unconstitutional and will use the full authority of the Missouri Attorney General's office to put an end to it, end quote. Now, there will be a status hearing in juvenile court on Monday for the 15-year-old girl who has been charged with assault.
Tonight, a St. Charles man is facing charges of invasion of privacy. Court documents say he secretly filmed sexually explicit videos with his phone of women and at least one child. Police say the crime spanned 3 years and happened in multiple public locations and inside at least one person's home. 5 on your side's Diamond Palmer is in studio with more details from the police department. Diamond?
Well, Mike, from January 2020 until September 2023, prosecutors say Timothy Fry filmed women where there was a reasonable expectation of privacy. Now he's facing 6 felony counts of invasion of privacy. And yesterday, Fry posted his $25,000 bond and was released from custody.
I think, first of all, it's very shocking to a lot of people.
St. Charles County Police say this man, Timothy Fry, is accused of using his phone to secretly record more than 300 sexually explicit videos and photos of women. The crimes he's accused of span from 2020 until 2023. One of the victims is a 15-year-old girl. Police say Fry hid a phone inside of the bathroom of her grandparents' home in St. Peters. Investigators say Fry targeted other women at bars and restaurants, public pools, a Veta sports complex, Target, and a BJC hospital where he worked. A spokesperson says he's been, quote, removed from duty and his actions in no way reflect their values as an organization. The Missouri Division of Professional Registration says he's a registered nurse.
This was an intentional crime. It was an invasion of privacy. And it was done without anybody's consent.
Corporal Barry Bells with the department says police were tipped off and believe Fry acted alone. He says the investigation is still in the early stages.
To see what he produced directly himself, what he may have shared with others, or what he may have gathered from other locations or sites or things on the web.
Court documents say Fry has an addiction to voyeurism, and most of his victims are random women, regardless of age.
Our investigators are looking into electronic devices, multiple electronic devices. They're looking on different servers or sources where this type of thing could be hidden or stored.
Although only 3 victims are detailed in court documents, police say more victims may come forward and Fry could be charged with more crimes. This case is now pending in St. Charles County Court.
Kansas City police are now asking for the public's help finding a college student from St. Louis. Tamontez Hurt attends Missouri Western University. His grandmother says he called her saying he was in mental distress and headed to a hospital. He was last seen on a surveillance camera on February 1st, shortly after being discharged. His family conducted several searches and passed out hundreds of flyers. Kansas City police released a missing persons alert last night. A department spokesperson says a detective has been assigned to the case since the day he was reported missing. A number of school buildings in St. Louis County could be getting a facelift.
Just days from now, voters in several districts will decide on bonds to help with repairs. Our Travis Cummings takes us inside the Lindbergh School District to see what students there are up against.
I think the building's 60 years old. I've been here for 13 and definitely seen the natural decline of a building over that course of time.
This falling roof outside, for example, is one of the reasons why Dr. Mike Stropman and Truman Middle School are eager to see Prop R, a $150 million bond issue, on the ballot next week.
Really just trying to make sure we're prepared to teach kids every day, and we want them to be comfortable coming to school.
The funds would help the school convert from window to central air conditioning units.
Trying to learn in a classroom with noise like this can be very challenging for some of our students. We've had times where we've had icicles coming off of these things. In the warm months, fall and later spring, it gets extremely warm in both of these gyms and the neighboring hallways. We're talking 80 to 5 degrees at times in here.
You may notice students sitting here in the hallway working on assignments. These Prop R funds would allow the school to create more collaborative spaces in between classrooms on each floor.
Stropman walked us through a room used by the district for dining storage that they'd gut out for students, eliminating outside access to the building.
When we have multiple access points, it does create issues for knowing exactly who's in the building.
Another big vision, turning this empty and unused pool to a multi-purpose space for the school community.
Have backs on the chairs so you could do concerts in here, you could do class meetings, so it'll be basically a flexible space.
The overall goal is to shape the facilities for now and into the future.
When people 75 years from now are like, oh, you know what, I can do this and I can change this space and I can still do that. So creating that flexibility.
Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
Other school districts with bond issues on the April 2nd ballot include University City, Riverview Gardens, Orchard Farm, and Valley Park. And for more information about Tuesday's election and where to find a polling place near you, you just head to ksdk.com/guide or text the word guide to 314-425-5355 and we'll send you a link.
Coming up, a new pharmacy in North County is serving up much more than medicine, the holistic approach to healing.
And later, Ballpark Village getting ready for the busiest day of the year, the way workers are getting in shape for next week's home opener.
And we'll show you the weather for that coming up in Maine weather for next Thursday. But it's beautiful now, 67. It's a milder night. Main Street, St. Charles looking good. And it's plenty of sunshine, clear tonight, but storms likely by Monday.